There will come a moment in your life when you look in the mirror and you no longer recognize the person staring back at you. Maybe you feel tired, not from work, but from living a life that no longer feels like yours. And in that moment, you'll face a choice. Remain who you've always been or dare to become someone new. Today, I will share with you the ancient path of reinventing yourself. A path I once had to walk alone until I learned the truth. Pause, slight smile, and I promise if you stay until the end, you will discover the one practice that will change not just your habits, but the very story you tell about yourself. When I was young, I thought reinvention was for people who had failed. But life has a way of humbling you. I had spent years pursuing the life my parents wanted for me, until one day, while sweeping the monastery courtyard, I realized I was living as a stranger in my own skin. Reinvention is not about running away from who you are. It is about returning to who you are meant to be. Sometimes, we get trapped in roles we never chose. The dutiful worker, the perfect child, the friend who never says no. We carry these identities like heavy robes, and slowly, they crush the soul beneath them. In our monastery, there is a tradition. Before a novice takes his vows, he digs a small hole in the earth, writes his name on a piece of paper, and buries it. This is the symbolic death of the old self. You cannot step into a new life while clinging to the corpse of the old one. The fear you feel that you'll lose everything familiar is natural. But what is the alternative? To live the same year again and again and call it a life? Here is the truth. You are not a fixed identity. You are a river, ever flowing, ever changing. The moment you understand this, the chains of the past begin to loosen. But change is not born from wishing. It comes from deliberate, uncomfortable action. You must ask yourself, what am I willing to let go of so I can grow? 1. Silence. Before I left my old life, I sat in silence for 30 days. No phone, no distractions. In silence, the false voices fade, and your true voice whispers what it has been trying to say for years. 2. Small rituals. Do not attempt to rebuild your life in a single leap. Start with small rituals. Reading at dawn, journaling your thoughts, taking a mindful walk each day. These tiny acts are seeds. In time, they grow into the forest of your new life. 3. Courage to be misunderstood. When you change, people will resist. They will tell you, you've changed, as if that's a bad thing. Smile and say, yes, I have. Not everyone can follow you to where you're going, and that is okay. I remember when I decided to leave behind my career. Everyone said I was throwing my life away, but I realized I wasn't throwing it away. I was planting it in richer soil. The first months were terrifying. I didn't know if I had made the right choice, but slowly I noticed something. I began to breathe deeper. I began to feel lighter. And for the first time in years, I woke up with excitement instead of dread. You've heard me speak about letting go, silence, and courage. But there is one practice above all that transforms reinvention from a dream into reality. Every night, before you sleep, close your eyes and ask, if I could start my life over tomorrow, what would I do differently? Then when morning comes, do one thing from that vision. Not 10, not 20, just one. Do it every day, and in a year, you will not recognize yourself. My friend, reinventing yourself is not an event. It is a pilgrimage, and the path is walked not in miles, but in choices. If you are willing to let the old self rest and to step into the unknown with open hands, the world will meet you with open arms. The life you are seeking is also seeking you. If you want to take the next step in this journey, watch my talk on how to emotionally detach, because sometimes the only way to move forward is to let go. Click on the end screen, and I'll meet you there.